Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on the Friday Night Lights wiki.
We click random article.
And we can't lose.
Oh, that's interesting. That's spicy.
Yeah.
No, we can't. That's going to throw a lot of people off. Boy, Johnny, you and I just had so much fun talking. I'm a little lightheaded.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's how healthy I am.
To be fair, I'm always a little dizzy, so...
Oh, okay. So now we're on an even playing field.
Yeah.
So now my jokes will be just as good as your
now
jokes.
they'll be funny to me now.
Yeah, that's what...
I'll finally get them.
You'll get them, yeah. I'm in the same headspace as you.
Yeah, I can't understand jokes of people... What's like the opposite of vertigo or like disequilibrium? Just equilibrium, I guess?
The opposite of vertigo. Surely
there must be a word for...
Well, does it imply that you're too...
I've been thinking about that because
Stable?
I'm going to physical therapy again,
Right.
which is fun. To train my brain to work right again.
Sure.
But if you don't have vertigo and you do those, can you could you go on the teacups and be like, I'm fine, could you beef
Just
up?
power your way through.
Yeah.
Sort of like Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know that reference.
Well, I did just put out
I saw that.
episode 13 of Dilettante Ball Z.
Which you can catch on the our Patreon page. You can go to patreon.com/arcadeaudio, and if you donate $5 or more a month, you'll get all the back catalog of our Dilettante Ball Z's and our Santa Buddies
audio commentary,
as well as a bunch of fun stuff from other shows, like Listening Dogs Lie.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I have heard of that too. It's a good show that I host, and it's a game show, and it's a good show. What were we talking about? Goku?
Yeah, just beefing up your vestibular system.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Vestibular system?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I have vestibular neuritis.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That's not.
That sucks. I'm sorry. Well, it's kind of like, don't... This is something that's always troubled me. Isn't everything upside down, but our eyes flip it up? Or you know what I mean?
Yes.
We see things upside down, but our brain fixes it?
Yes.
So if you put your eyes in upside down... I'm joking a little bit, but that's a thing where sometimes, yeah.
So there was some study where someone they wore glasses 24/7 that flipped everything upside down,
and then their brain reinterpreted it.
Eventually, their brain flipped it over, and then they took them off, and everything was upside down.
So what if you did that for vertigo or something? I don't know what I'm saying.
Me neither, but
okay.
I like where your head's
You
at.
understand the implication,
yes.
more or less? If I overcorrect, I got too good at not having vertigo.
You just can't get knocked over.
Oh shit, yeah. Is that possible? Someone they're so
steady on their feet.
So steady.
No, I don't think so.
They'd be on a cruise ship and they'd just be like, it'd be like if they had what are those things a good suspension system on a truck?
I think actually it could get so good that it would go back around because maybe if you're on a rocking ship or something.
You'd be like sea legs are.
You'd be like, I'm not tipping over,
right.
And then you just fall on your ass.
That's what sea legs are, I think. When you get on land, you're like, whoa, yeah. Kind of like, do you ever roller skate so much that when you took them off, you felt you were skating still?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That's pretty weird. Yeah, humans are weird, man. We just adapt to anything. It's this is fine.
We're moving so fucking fast.
I was just gonna
now.
say this,
but you can't perceive movement. You can only perceive a change in speed.
Yes.
You can't perceive movement.
Yes.
So we just don't realize that we're moving. What would imagine what it would fucking feel like if the Earth slowed down
just a little bit?
I mean,
yeah,
an imperceptible change in the speed.
Well, I was gonna use that exact word, but by definition it would have to be perceptible,
right?
But right, sure. Let's say I don't know. Let's say we're originally 1,000 miles an hour, and we slow down by 10. Would we feel that? How much do we need to slow down for us to feel it?
I think it would. I think because we're moving so fast, literally anything.
Fuck. Also, how close to the sun could we get before we felt it?
How quick are we moving, or how slowly are we moving?
No. That's a separate thought experiment. Unless I'm not misunderstanding what you're saying, because we're let's say 1,000 miles away from the sun.
Sure. So it would take us 1 hour to get there.
So if if the Earth moved, I don't like how close to the sun does this question even make scientific sense? Because we're obviously not a fixed distance away from the sun.
Correct.
It has to be all give or take 100 miles or something.
Well, because the ellipsis. It's an ellipsis.
Right. So by definition, we are always.
What is that called?
Orbit.
The orbit. Thank you.
Okay, so we can move our way up pretty fair amount.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, good stuff.
You want to get an article?
Yeah.
And they were worried we'd only talk about Friday Night Lights.
This has been Science Corner.
Okay.
I got a glimpse of this article name, and I'm
Mitchell Street.
okay. This could be a lot of things, or it could just be a street.
Mitchell is Jason's dad.
His name is Mitchell Street?
He's married to Joanne Street.
Wait, hold on. His name is Mitchell Street.
Yes.
So if he had a street named after him, it'd be Mitchell Street Lane. I was trying to like
Mitchell Street.
Yeah, I was trying to like what's that thing where like you zig instead of zagging?
Sure.
Did it make the joke funnier?
I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Here, right there, where I'm pointing is Broadway Avenue.
Broadway. Oh shit, Broadway Avenue.
But it's Broadway.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah, a lot of women from the 1920s on that street. What's Mitchell? Who's Mitchell's son?
Jason.
Jason. Okay.
And his wife, Joanne.
Okay, Mitchell Street. Why do they name him that? Like out of kayfabe, why do they name this character Mitchell Street? Okay. Let's read on. Is that it?
That's it. There's a little like box, info box.
Sure.
So I'll
like
read that.
Ethnicity, age, time of death.
I mean, straight up. Portrayed by, honestly, a better name than Mitchell Street, Mark Nutter.
Mark Nutter.
It's very good. It's very good.
There's a pro wrestler from the 80s. His name is, well, his stage name, if you will, is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That's a lot of things in one thing.
That's really good, right? His real name is Richard Blood.
Oh my God.
So it's like, either way, you're set, my man.
Imagine being like, they're like, okay, you're in the big leagues now, like,
Right.
you're just gonna go by Richard Blood, right? And he's like,
yeah.
no.
Hold on, I got this. I love the idea of the last name being Steamboat.
That's very funny.
And then he's like, my name is Ricky Steamboat. Well, hold on.
What's the full thing again?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
That's a lot of things in one man.
Yeah. And he was a great wrestler. Like, he was like,
Richard Blood, though.
yeah.
Is that the most metal, like, last name you could have? Aside from, I mean, just like fucking Devil Bolt, like.
Right.
I'm Dennis Satan. Like.
Dennis Satan. Yeah, Blood's very good. To just be your natural name.
Yeah. That's incredible.
That's pretty incredible. Like, who else is like that? Like, yes, my stage name is The Undertaker, but my real name is, Dennis Fuck You. Like, what? Just go by that.
Jesus. Oh, man. Is it just spelled Blood?
I think so.
Or like
BLU umlaut
Yeah.
DDE. Yeah.
Fuck.
Richard Blood.
I wish my last name sucks.
O'Mara, yeah.
Imagine if my last name Johnny Blood. Fuck
Johnny Blood Fox.
off.
That's something you should be the lead singer. That's like a Billy Idol name. Like, you should just be the lead singer of like a cyberpunk.
Oh my God.
Johnny Blood is good. I feel like Johnny's a very good first name.
It's
really
fun.
enhances a second name.
A lot of people, and I don't know what it is, and because I don't think it's like a reference to anything, but so many people call me Johnny O. It's like a natural inclination for people to call me.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
It works really well.
It does.
Yeah.
Johnny B.
Not Johnny B.
Johnny Bloodgood.
Johnny Bloodgood. That's what the B stands for. See, that's what I mean. The Johnny enhances things. Keanu Reeves only plays characters named Johnny. That's not really true, but he's played Johnny Mnemonic, and he's played Johnny
Johnny-O.
Maybe that's why they call you that. He plays a character in the upcoming game Cyberpunk 2077. His name is Johnny Silverhand. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, right?
How
And he played John McClane.
do you think Jessica feel if I change my last name to Blood? She'd not care for that, I think.
There's nothing you could do that she would care for. And I
That's
mean that true. Across the board. You know how it feels like there are some cats just kind of put up with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like your deal. Like her deal and you. Mitchell Street, huh?
Portrayed by Mark Nutter.
I love that Mark.
First appearance pilot, so maybe he flies a plane.
I see. Okay, so we had Joe McCool is the beer truck driver. Mitchell Street flies the beer
Which
truck.
is ironic because he's in the sky.
Fuck, that is ironic, isn't it?
Final appearance, Best Laid Plans. We'll never know.
Does he die?
We don't know.
What if the Best Laid Plans to Rest? It's a funeral show. Funeral show is my favorite genre of television.
Gender, male.
Sure.
Age, late 40s.
Okay.
Occupation, store owner.
Okay, sure. Maybe he owns the store the beer gets delivered to.
Residence, Dylan.
Okay, sure.
So he's one of ours.
Well, he's a good boy.
Significant others, Joanne Street. Children, Jason Street. Other relatives.
Significant others really implies something about the show that I'm curious about. Are some of these people swingers, or do they have multiple
divorces or
true
or deaths?
Or deaths, yeah. Maybe some of them are bigamists or polygamists.
What's the difference?
One is more than two, and the other one is exactly two.
Interesting.
Bigamy, sure. Trigamy, I assume, is probably a thing.
Bigamy. Well, bigamy is either you have two spouses or one spouse every 2 years.
Yeah, or maybe it's when, like, if your spouse does something that you don't really approve of, but you put up with them anyway, you might say to your friend, "Well, it's really big of me." You might say.
Yeah, you might. Would you like to know Mitchell Street's other relative?
Yeah. It's just like Amelia Earhart.
Anyway, Noah Street, his grandson.
What?
So,
Oh, wow.
Jason is a dad.
He is a papa. Noah Street.
This is interesting. If he's in his late 40s,
Yeah.
I would assume
Mm-hmm.
Jason is a high schooler.
Yes.
But there's no way to know.
I assume he's a teen mom.
Right. A teen mom, too.
This time they're dads. Teen mom to teen grandma. It's not really possible, I guess.
No. Well,
Or it could be the teen mom. You remember that? Do you know that documentary series of movies like 7 Up, 14 Up?
yes.
It could be like that, where it's like, well, it turns out the teen mom's baby became a teen mom. Mm-hmm. Sort of like when a blacksmith's son becomes a blacksmith.
Right.
You get apprenticed into it.
Mm-hmm. That's why some people have the last name Teen Mom.
Yeah, like there's a lot of wrestlers that have good last names like that.
Like Blood.
Francis Teen Mom. It's like, that's such a good name. Why didn't you just keep it? Wrestle under that.
How old do you think Noah is? He's a baby,
Well,
right?
Noah's got to be younger than 7. That's just, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Probably much younger than that.
Late 40s.
Late 40s.
So, I mean, assuming...
You're asking me to do math, and my head's pretty vertigoed out.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like my thing's not vertigo.
No.
Because I don't think you would describe vertigo as fun ever.
I would not.
Mine's more of a like I assume if you didn't have oxygen, you might
Just like a little loopy.
a little high.
Yeah.
Or
if you had too much oxygen.
Do people in Colorado not need to smoke as much weed? Kind of like when you bake there, you don't have to use as much
Weed. I do know that they sell like high altitude beer that is a lower ABV.
Okay. Because it would fuck them up too much?
Yes. But I think that's, I don't know the exact thing, but I think it's like the only beer that grocery stores can sell is like
Interesting.
the low ABV. You have to go to a liquor store to get the
Does
real
food
stuff.
taste better higher up?
No.
No. So it's just the beer that's more effective.
Well, you know, I mean, not. What was the deal with airplane food? But they do have to like do a bunch of like weird stuff to it because shit tastes different so high up.
Whoa.
So like if you were to eat it at sea level, it would taste way different. So I
Weird.
think they have to put like a bunch of extra like salt and shit in it to make it palatable.
What if you ate airplane food? Like, what if that's a secret? So like flight attendants and pilots and stuff, they're constantly eating the food because it's so fucking good
Like on
ground.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like if you and I had it, we'd be like, oh, like we would like freak out. Like what if they just what if that's a secret to like Michelin star restaurants? They just serve airplane food, but it's at ground level, so it tastes really good.
How do you think like chefs have to like prepare it and then they're like, okay, we got to test it, and then they have to fly and
fly
eat it
up into the sky? Yeah. Or maybe they just go in. Is it the pressure or is it the altitude? Because maybe they just go, does food taste better in a submarine? The lower you get, does this food taste better?
Is it the pressure or the altitude? Well, no, because it's pressurized to feel like you're at
Oh, you're right.
this altitude.
Yes.
This terrestrial altitude.
Right.
So it must be the altitude, but I don't know what that means.
I don't either. How could that be?
Because the baking thing is
Yeah.
the pressure.
Maybe it's not the altitude. Maybe it's the speed at which you're going, and the flavor molecules can't attach to your.
faster you are, the worse food tastes.
Yes, exactly, because it's relative. So the faster you approach the speed of light,
The worse.
the worse the food tastes.
So if you travel at the speed of light,
you couldn't taste
you
anything.
can't. Wow. Smell you later.
I do feel like I've gotten wetter as I've aged. Kind of like ham.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.